Ah, so you're here, racking your brain trying to figure out why that woman you're so into treats you like a second option? And let me guess, you still think the problem is her, right? That it's just a matter of time before she realizes you're the right guy, the one she never should have ignored. How cute, huh? But let me give you a harsh reality check. While you keep humiliating yourself, accepting scraps, and waiting for her to wake up, I'm going to show you exactly why you're losing this game and teach you how to turn the tables once and for all. If you're ready to face the truth and change how women see you, stay here. But fair warning, don't expect me to sugarcoat things, because this talk is straight and unfiltered. Let's see if you can handle the heat, or if you'll continue living this life of being ignored and disrespected. Let's go, because the truth is going to sting. But it's exactly what you need to stop being the doormat she walks on and start being the guy she chases after. Get ready, because what comes next is going to change your life for real. Number 1, social proof that creates urgency. Let's get straight to the point, because it seems like you still haven't grasped the basics. If you want a woman to chase after you, stop behaving like an abandoned puppy that only knows how to lick her feet. Seriously, do you think anyone wants what's always there, served on a silver platter, ready to be used? The first lesson you need to learn is about social proof. And no, it's not some complicated concept. It's simply showing that you have an interesting life, full of things happening, and that she is not the center of your universe. But hold on, I'm not telling you to become the king of the party or the most popular guy around. That's something immature guys who haven't figured anything out do. I'm talking about keeping your life moving, full of friends, hobbies, and commitments that don't revolve around her. Because let me tell you a secret. Nothing scares a woman more than realizing you have other options, and that, if she slips up, you'll just move on with someone who values you more. And here's the sweet irony. Women hate losing something they haven't even secured. This makes them desperate to ensure you still see them as special. But for that to happen, you have to be smart. Don't lay all your cards on the table. Stay firm in your friendships, hobbies, and commitments. Show that you have an interesting life and that you're not going to change that for anyone. Now, the biggest mistake you can make, and unfortunately, I see a lot of guys making it, is getting too attached, too fast. You barely know the woman, and you're already there, crawling at her feet, like she's the only woman in the world. Wake up, man! When you do that, you're basically handing over all the power to her. She'll realize she can treat you however she wants because you'll keep coming back, desperate for any scrap of attention. And you know what happens when you do that? She loses respect for you. And the interest? It goes down the drain along with the little dignity you had left. So, my friend, here's some advice that should be obvious, but that many people seem to forget. Maintain control. Let her feel the need to chase after you, to fight for your attention. Make her feel the urgency to have you around, because if she doesn't make an effort, you'll just move on with someone who values you more. Remember this, it's she who needs to get attached, not you. Don't throw away your value by serving yourself up on a silver platter. Keep your stance. Keep living your life as if she's just a part of it, not the whole. When she realizes you're not available 24/7, that you have your own priorities, she'll start to worry. And it's that worry that will keep her interested, involved, and eventually in love. So, stop being foolish and start playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Maintain control, be smart, and make her realize that if she doesn't value you, someone else will. And that realization, my friend, is what will make all the difference. Number 2, become the man she needs. If you want a woman to be glued to you without having to lower yourself or cling like a desperate man, here's the hard truth. You need to become the man she desires, and more than that, the man she needs. And no, I'm not talking about playing the nice guy who does everything for her and hopes to get scraps of attention in return. I'm talking about transforming into the best option she has in life. Simple as that. But how do you do that? Start by abandoning this needy posture and begin acting like a real man. Confidence, security, and most importantly, detachment are your most powerful weapons. When you adopt these attitudes, she'll start seeing you as the guy who has everything she wants and needs, and that, my friend, is what will make her addicted to you. Now, an important detail. This isn't just about how you act in front of her. It starts way before that, in the messages you send, in the conversations you have. If you know how to press the right buttons, how to tug at her emotions, she'll start wondering what makes you so different from other guys. And the answer? It's that you're not begging for her attention, you're not playing games, you're being exactly who she needs without having to force anything. When you can tug at a woman's emotions this way, my friend, it's like you've got the key to the vault. She'll want more and more of what only you can offer. And I'm not talking about expensive gifts or sappy declarations. I'm talking about being the guy she knows she can trust, who's in control of his own life, and who doesn't need her to feel complete. This is the kind of attitude that makes a woman completely addicted to you. And while she's there, wondering what to do to keep you around, you're calmly living your life, knowing that she'll come running back to you. Because in the end, it's you she needs, and she'll do whatever it takes to make sure you don't leave. So, stop chasing after women who don't value you. Instead, focus on becoming the man they can't resist. Show that you're the best option, that you have what they want, and more importantly, that you know it. When she realizes that you're not like the others, that you're not desperate to please her, she'll realize she can't afford to lose you. And that's when the game changes. Number 3, learn to ignore her in the right way. If you want a woman to start chasing after you, the first thing you need to do is stop chasing after her like she's the last woman on the planet. Let's face it, if you're the guy who always makes all the sacrifices, who bends over backward to please, she won't lift a finger to make the relationship work. Why? Because she's comfortable knowing you'll always be there, ready to cater to any whim. And guess what? She's not going to appreciate that. Now, I'm going to give you the key to flipping the script. Ignore her. But hold on, it's not about acting like a jerk who just disappears and ghosts her. Ignoring her the right way is an art, and you need to learn to alternate moments of attention and affection with periods of strategic distance. In other words, be present and attentive when it's convenient for you, but also keep your distance when necessary. Be the guy who occasionally cancels a date because you have other commitments, or the one who doesn't immediately respond to messages because, surprise, you have a life outside of her. This will create a mix of curiosity and emotional confusion in her. She'll start to wonder what's going on, why you're not as available as before, and this, my friend, is what will make her invest more in the relationship. The beauty of ignoring her in the right way is that you don't have to be rude or indifferent in an aggressive way. It's about creating a balance where she never knows exactly where she stands. When you're affectionate and present at times, but then disappear for a while, she feels that uncertainty, that not knowing what you're up to or who you're with. And you know what's most important? You shouldn't be afraid to prioritize yourself. If she can't see your value, then yes, she deserves a bit of your indifference. When you show that you're not going to bend to her whims, that you're not going to be available all the time, she'll start to realize that maybe you're more valuable than she thought. And that's when the game starts to turn in your favor. So, remember, ignoring her the right way is about making her feel that you're a busy man, that you have priorities, and that you're not desperate for scraps of attention. This will make her start chasing after you, trying to ensure she still has your interest. And when that happens, you'll know that the power is in your hands. If you want to learn how to use psychological tricks to get into that woman's mind and make her act the way you expect, seeking you out and thinking only of you, read the ebook in the description of this video. After this read, you'll learn how to use your cold side to deeply affect this woman and master the art of seduction. Stop being a doormat and start being the man she truly values. Number 4, demonstrate value through personal achievements. Let's make one thing clear. Nobody is attracted to someone who's stagnant in life, without direction or ambition. If you really want to catch a woman's attention and make her see you as a high-value man, you need to show, through your actions and achievements, that you're a man who's constantly evolving. This isn't about bragging or trying to impress with empty words. It's about letting your achievements speak for themselves. First of all, stop thinking that just looks and money will guarantee you success with women. Sure, those factors can open some doors, but what really holds their attention is seeing that you have goals, that you're chasing your dreams, and that you don't depend on anyone to be successful. Whether it's in work, studies, or even in hobbies you take seriously. Show that you're always striving to be the best version of yourself. And here's a tip. Women aren't attracted to words, but to actions. It's no use talking about what you're going to do, how you're going to conquer the world, if you never get up from your chair to actually do those things. The people around you, and that includes women, need to see that you're a man of action, that you make things happen, not someone who just lives in the world of ideas. Another thing, when you're constantly evolving and reaching new goals, you naturally become more confident. And my friend, confidence is one of the most attractive qualities you can have. When a woman sees that you're secure in your choices and achievements, it makes her want to be by your side, because no one wants to be with someone who lives in uncertainty. And you know what's the cherry on top? When you're focused on your personal achievements, you stop putting women on a pedestal. You realize that while they're an important part of life, they're not the center of your universe. This makes you even more interesting because it shows that you're a man with priorities and that you're not willing to throw everything away just to please someone. Moreover, your personal achievements don't have to be gigantic to make an impact. It could be something as simple as learning a new skill, dedicating yourself to a personal project, or reaching a new milestone in your career. The important thing is that these achievements are genuine and come from a place of self-development, not from a desperate attempt to impress. So, if you want her to see you as someone truly special, show that you have value through your actions. Be the guy who's always seeking more, always challenging himself, always evolving. When she realizes that you're a man of value, who's not stuck in time and has clear ambitions, she'll want to be part of your journey. And that's when you stand out from the crowd of guys who think it's enough to have a pretty face and a fat wallet to win a woman over. You show that you're different, that you're a man of substance, and that, my friend, is what truly attracts. Number 5, show detachment and independence. Look, if there's one thing you need to understand once and for all, it's that emotional dependency is the surest way to lose a woman's interest. They're not looking for a guy who's glued to them, begging for attention as if his life depended on it. What really attracts a woman is a man who is complete in himself, who has his own life, and who doesn't need her to feel good. If you want a woman to see you as someone attractive, start by showing that you're perfectly fine without her. This doesn't mean you should be cold or distant, but rather that you should have your own life, your hobbies, your friends, and your priorities. Stop chasing after her as if your happiness depended on her. Show that you have important things going on in your life, that you have a purpose, and that you're not going to let anything take you off your path. And you know what's most interesting? When she realizes that you're not desperate for attention, that you're not on standby waiting for a message or a sign from her, it will set off an alert in her mind. She'll start wondering why you're not as available as other guys, why you don't need her to feel complete. And that's exactly what will make her want to be closer to you. Independence is attractive because it shows self-sufficiency. When you demonstrate that you don't need constant validation, that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that your life doesn't revolve around a woman, she starts seeing you as someone who has real value. You become the kind of man she wants by her side, not because you need her, but because you choose to be with her. And that, my friend, is the kind of confidence that makes any woman want to chase after you. Number 6, be a constant challenge. Let me tell you a truth that many guys out there ignore. If you're the type of man who's always available, who replies to every message the second it arrives, and who serves himself up on a silver platter, you're literally giving away your power. And you know what happens when you do that? She loses interest because there's nothing left to conquer. What's easy isn't valued. Women love a good challenge, something that makes them feel like they need to work to get it. When you become predictable, she already knows the next step. She knows you'll be there, no matter what. And where's the fun in that? Being a constant challenge isn't about playing games or being a jerk, but about maintaining an aura of mystery, of independence, of someone who won't bend just because she snapped her fingers. Let's be clear here. It doesn't mean ignoring or treating her badly, but having a life that doesn't revolve around her. You don't need to rush to answer every call like you're an employee of the month. You don't need to be available for every invitation, as if your schedule is empty waiting for her. Have your own commitments, your own life, and show that, although she's important, she's not the only thing that matters to you. Also, don't reveal all your feelings right away. Keep her guessing. Make her wonder where she stands with you. A little uncertainty is a powerful ingredient in the recipe for attraction. When she doesn't know exactly where she stands, when you don't open up completely like a book, she'll want to invest more time and energy in figuring out this mystery. And this dynamic keeps the relationship alive, exciting, with that feeling of continuous conquest. Being a constant challenge is about keeping the relationship always moving, always interesting. You create an environment where she feels like she needs to win you over, not the other way around. She'll get more involved, she'll want to be more present, she'll try to figure out how to fully conquer this man who doesn't easily bend. And it's precisely this game of conquest that keeps the desire alive, that makes her want more and more of you. In the end, the secret is simple. Don't be the easy guy she can predict every step of the way. Be the guy she's never sure she's fully conquered, the guy she wants to understand better, but never reveals everything. This will keep her hooked on you, always wanting more, always investing more, because what's challenging is always more interesting. Number 7, cultivate an aura of personal magnetism. Let's face reality. You might be the most interesting guy in the world, but if you don't have a presence that draws attention, your chances of attracting that dream woman are down the drain. And I'm not just talking about having a good appearance, because while it helps, that's not what makes a woman really interested in you. What truly attracts is that aura of personal magnetism that makes her feel you're different from the others. So how do you cultivate this aura? Start with your posture. I'm not saying you should walk like you have a broomstick down your back, but standing up straight with your shoulders back and your head held high completely changes your presence. A firm posture conveys confidence and control, and that's something women notice instantly. But it doesn't stop there. Self-confidence is the core of this magnetism. And man, this isn't something you can fake. Real self-confidence comes from within, from knowing your value, from being comfortable in your own skin. It's not about being arrogant or thinking you're the best, but about being at ease with who you are, without needing others' validation to feel good. Show security in your actions. When you make a decision, do it with firmness. When you speak, do it with conviction. No hesitating or showing insecurity. Women are attracted to men who seem to be in control of their own lives, who know what they want and aren't afraid to go after it. When you show that you have clarity in your choices and that you're not easily shaken, you automatically become more attractive. And of course, don't underestimate the power of silence. A man who doesn't need to talk much to be noticed has a special kind of power. Sometimes what you don't say speaks louder than any word. Keep a certain mystery. Let her want to discover more about you. This magnetism, this strong and secure presence, makes you irresistible without needing to make an effort. In the end, cultivating an aura of personal magnetism is about being in control of your life, walking with confidence, and exuding unshakable self-confidence. When you do that, you become the kind of man she not only wants to be around, but feels she needs to be around. And that, my friend, is the secret to becoming truly irresistible. Number 8. Stop settling for scraps. Take control of your life. Let's get straight to the point, no BS. If you're accepting scraps of attention and affection from a woman, it's time to put a stop to it. And don't give me the excuse that she'll change or that it's just a phase. The hard truth is that if you settle for little, that's what you'll get. Little, or worse, nothing. It's time to stop being the guy who accepts anything. The guy who's at the mercy of the whims of a woman who only values you when it's convenient for her. You urgently need to take control of your life and stop begging for attention. Because, let's be honest, if you don't value yourself, who will? Stop putting this woman on a pedestal as if she's the last person on earth. Wake up, man! If you keep accepting less than you deserve, she'll keep treating you like a doormat, stepping on you and tossing you aside whenever she pleases. And you know why? Because you allowed it. You made it clear that you're available at any cost, even if it means losing your dignity. Now, take a deep breath and reflect. What kind of man do you want to be? The one who grovels for scraps, who accepts being mistreated, ignored, and still thinks that's normal? Or the one who has self-respect, who knows his worth, and who doesn't accept being treated as an option? If you chose the second option, then it's time to act. Taking control of your life means not accepting less than you deserve. It means stopping chasing after someone who doesn't value you and starting to focus on who really matters. You. Yes, that's right. It's time to put your priorities first, to take care of yourself, to invest in your personal and professional growth, to become the man any woman would dream of being with, but who not all will have the luck to have. And if she hasn't realized your worth, her problem. You don't need someone who only seeks you out when she's bored, when there's no one else around. You deserve someone who values you every day, who wants to be with you for the man you are, not for what you can offer when it's convenient. So, lift your head, throw away that scarcity mindset, and start living like the man you were born to be. The type of man who doesn't settle for scraps, who demands respect, and who only accepts the best. Because in the end, life is too short to waste time with someone who doesn't value you. And what do you want? Spend the rest of your days accepting little or live fully with someone who truly respects and admires you. The choice is yours, and the time to act is now. Stop being the guy who's always in second place, who's only remembered when it's convenient. Be the protagonist of your own story. And believe me, when you start valuing yourself for real, the people around you, including women, will notice. And that's when you'll see who really deserves to be by your side. Remember, scraps are for the weak, and you weren't born to be weak. You were born to be strong, to be respected, to be the kind of man who doesn't have to beg for anything, because he knows that what he offers is much more valuable than any superficial attention. So, stop accepting scraps and start demanding the feast you deserve. Let's go, my friend. Enough with the beating around the bush. If there's one thing you need to ingrain in your mind, it's that respect starts with you. If you keep accepting being treated as a second option, as the one who's always there when she needs a doormat, that's exactly how she'll see you, as a doormat. And if you think that's how to win a woman over, forget it. You'll just keep being the backup plan, the nice guy she calls when there's no one else around. So, stop lowering yourself. Stop chasing after someone who doesn't value you, and start focusing on who really matters. You. If you don't put yourself first, no one else will do it for you. Show that you have value, that you have dignity, and that you don't accept being treated like just anyone. Because in the end, only those who value themselves conquer a woman's true respect and desire. And if after all this she still doesn't see what she's lost, that's her problem. You move on, with your head held high, ready to live a life full of achievements, with someone who truly values and admires you. Because you weren't born to accept scraps, you were born to have the whole feast. Now go out there and show that you're not just another guy in the crowd. Be the man she desires, the man she can't forget. And above all, be the man you know you can be. If she doesn't see that, tough luck for her. But if you value yourself, rest assured, she'll notice. And then, my friend, the game changes. End of story. Get it together and do what needs to be done. Until next time.